All right, let's look at this Wave 3 news. Looks like in Louisville, Kentucky, a Louisville man was accused of stealing a motorcycle at gunpoint. Oh, that's smart. Then he goes and wrecks it after officers try to stop him. Bobby Joe Williams,
of course 39,
it was a Bobby Joe, was arrested Saturday after he pointed a handgun at a stranger, the owner of a motorcycle, at 22nd Street and Portland Avenue in Louisville, Kentucky, according to the Metro Police there. Police said a second suspect approached the victim before Williams took off on the motorcycle. Police spotted Williams speeding on the motorcycle while on a nearby highway. Williams refused to stop for the officers, of course, according to his arrest report. It was moments later when he wrecked the bike. Police said Williams is charged with robbery, fleeing and evading police, criminal mischief, and possession of marijuana. His bond is set at $10,000. That's not high enough. Poor bike.
Epic fail.
Karma.
Yeah.
Has a way of working out sometimes.
Oh, yes, it does, doesn't it?
Darwin Award winner.
I hope that motorcycle owner was insured, though. That sucks.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, hopefully he didn't have it flashed.
Better not flash his ECM.
We just got off a warranty episode. There you go. Sorry. If you haven't listened to that, no, it's good. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Hey, Bikeaholic, 03D has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley-Davidson and brand new line for the Honda Gold Wing named Gold Strike. Top quality, affordable chrome lighting and comfort products. 03D Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of 03D products.
Here's another little story from you out of Kansas City, Missouri. The Harley-Davidson Kansas City plant had its final days of production. Plant officials confirmed the final day of production was Friday, May 24th. HD announced in January 2018 that it would close its California. You sure you want me to read this stuff? I can't even do it right. Close its Kansas City plant. About 800 jobs were lost when they closed the plant.
Wow.
That's sad. Sad to see the Kansas City plant close, honestly. And the sad thing is, when we went on our trip last year, we wanted to tour it, and we thought we were going to get a tour, and then they stopped doing tours, and then we had a patron connect, and then that didn't work out. He was going to get us an inside, even though there was no official tours, and that didn't work out. So I was really sad that. So all of you, go ahead.
Well, I'm just thinking of all the
jobs.
Well, all my warranty extended monies could have gone to that to keep it open.
Oh, exactly, dude. And Lurch giving his up. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I do. I'm just a giver.
Right. Just want to help Hardy keep on going down the road.
You were a catcher, not a pitcher.
Anything?
That was a good try.
All right, let's get into it. Oh, yeah. Once you've had Rick Rack, you'll never go back. The ultimate motorcycle luggage rack solution. Forget those messy straps and bungee cords. Go strapless with a Rick Rack quick attach luggage system and quality bag. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Get hooked up now. And I know that we have them in stock because it was just earlier this week, me and Scooter helped stack them. Didn't we, Scoot?
Well, you helped unpack and stack them, I guess.
Right.
What'd you do?
I helped load them.
Okay.
Yeah, he helped load them.
Perfect.
And then he lost his steam and just
he was on one end and you were on the other.
Yeah, no doubt, dude.
You made a good team.
It went smooth. I'm glad we got the move done when we did and how we did.
Yeah. I know he's glad to be in there. Shall we do this, boys?
Hell yeah. Welcome back, you freaking bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority, the big MM, also known as the
99%
large and in charge of the motorcycle scene more than any time in history. That's right. By being here, by listening to this very podcast, you are part of what we call
the hashtag Biker Revolution.
Nice. Hashtag Biker Revolution. That's right. That is right. Before we get started, Lurch, we do have just one question for you. What are you waiting for, Bikeaholics?
Mount up and let us take you on another wild-ass ride.
Got a good episode for you guys. That is right. Ryan Erlacher here, your host of the Law Abiding Biker Podcast, and your
high-tech redneck.
That is right. Scooter in the house for another episode. We appreciate him being up here. We just got off the back of an actual live episode. Now, let me just tell you that even though this isn't live, our patron members, our beloved patron members who get a ton of different benefits, this is one of them, because this is still being recorded, live video broadcast, and this episode right after I'm done will be uploaded. So they got to see the live one, chat and video live with us. This one's recorded. It will also be uploaded into the back end of their patron accounts.
So they get it ahead of everybody else.
And about a month and a half before.
Yeah, because we batch process.
And it's video instead of just audio.
Right. Mm-hmm. So they get to see our lovely faces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get to see Scooter over there and Lurch in the house. Mm-hmm. Here for another one. Here for another one, Lurch is. He's going to explode over there, dude. One of these days, he's going to explode. And we did find Scooter's somewhat song. I can play him.
That's the one down in songs.
Oh, it's that? Oh, that's the wrong one again.
That one down there. That up. That one. That one. That one.
Oh yeah, that's
there.
The
it is. Yeah, that's it.
I get raw to the core with the license to blitz. The home is where I roam. Call me.
That's Scooter song.
Call me the shit.
Scooter song. That is that is. It's got quite a.
And it sounded the patrons even picked it.
They did.
They wanted to hear it.
That's the one.
Let's get it.
It's kind of got some funk to it, dude. That's a
yeah.
Scooter Forever song. There you go. Scooter in the house anyways for a second episode.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. And so we've got an awesome episode for you. We'll do some few little housekeeping things, but I want to tell you what the main topic is. And it is going to be all about the new Harley Electra Glide. Standard. Electra Glide Standard. All right, we're going to talk about that, why we think Harley came out and did this, what it's all about. Is it a bike for you? Is it something you should even take a peek at? Maybe why don't you just get a Street Glide instead, and all that kind of stuff. We'll tell you some of the specs on it and all that kind of stuff. It is an interesting move for Harley, and so I thought it would be interesting to go ahead and break that down. And we love our sponsors right now, Rick Rack and Zero 3D, but we also love our patrons who also are sponsors of this very episode.
We have Chuck Charbois of Webster, New York, Guy Costa of Covington, Louisiana, and Tyler Barr of Winlock, Washington.
And let me see. We got Adolphus Lester Jr. of Griffin, Georgia, William McCormick of Victoria, California. He's top tier. And Drew Arnold of Lincoln, Nebraska. Go Huskers. Kimberly
Luoto of Beaverton, Oregon. Ed Arrowsmith of Abascon, New Jersey. And Bob Spampanato of North Belmore, New York. LawAbidingBiker.com/Patreon is how you get hooked up. Pledge a certain amount, purpose, content, no risk to you, because you can put a monthly cap on it. That's right. There are benefits. I've already talked about some of them. Stickers, t-shirts. You get access to the private Facebook group and forum. Of course, access to these episodes early, live video, broadcast, and chat. And you can get our premium videos up on request. Did I forget any benefits, Lurch? Oh, and one we don't mention often is you can get... in the private Facebook group, Big Daddy puts out coupon codes for patrons only, coupons that you can get a percentage off on everything across the law-abiding biker store oftentimes. So those people that are involved in that private Facebook group realize that is an additional benefit. So we're trying to continue to serve our patrons and give you guys benefits for pledging that money to keep us going. So here's a new video I want to announce real quick. You'll want to hear about this one. It's a big project, huge project. 2 weeks absolutely of my life with very little sleep per night trying to get this out because so many requested it. We always have had our long-standing boom box tutorial video series, which consists of 3 videos. It came out the boombox on the 2014 and newer models. We have been the leaders and experts with this boombox system. All right. So our original video, of course, the boombox tutorial, you'll want to get it, how to get up and running, hidden menus, all that kind of stuff, tips, tricks, the best way to use that thing to get the most out of it. Then our second one is our software, boombox software map, dealer map, and then the regular GPS maps update. All that needs to be updated regularly to make sure things are running properly. We walk you through all that. Last is our ride planner video, plan rides online with the free ride planner software that Harley provides. You can download and upload them into your boombox system. There's a learning curve on all of this stuff, but I flattened that learning curve for you. You're raising your hand?
Quick question. With the new GTS, do I need a different ride planner or does it work the same way?
Very good question, because we've had that. You do not. So the ride planner video stands as it is. The ride planner has nothing to do with the GTS other than it works the same because you're planning your ride online and then you're putting it into your boombox. So no new video. So those are our 3 stranding videos. So the map software and update videos stand the same as the ride planner video stands the same. The only new video that I want to talk about that we're adding to the series is for those of you that bought 2019 and newer models with a new boombox GTS system with Apple CarPlay, and it's all touchscreen and it does some different things. It is a different unit, and I thought it was going to be easier to use. It's not actually, but have no fear. In this new video, I will teach you, of course, everything you need to know about it, including pairing headsets and WIMs and Apple CarPlay, and it's got a lot of nuances, but I will help you unlock its full potential and make sure that what is there you can use to its full capability, because there are some actually really awesome things on it too. They're just not obvious to learn how to use, and that's something you may not figure out on your own. Our entire boombox video series, including the new boombox GTS, are all over there at lawabidingbikers.com/Harley boombox. Always been there, always will be. That's where you can get it. So don't worry, you new GTS owners. Like I say, the other 2 videos, the ride planner and the map and dealer location, all that will continue to work for you. I actually added some additional video files, which I always do for free for those that have already purchased the video. So a lot of you already know what I'm talking about. But the new boombox GTS video will need to be a new purchase for any of you looking to learn how to use that unit. Anything else, Lurch, that I didn't cover on that?
You killed it, my friend.
Do you think I've talked about that a few times over the since 2014 when we came out with the boombox videos?
No, I don't
just
think
a few
you talk
times?
about it very often at all.
If you have,
you are the leader.
Good.
Did you understand any of that?
I did.
All right.
You, sir, are the leader in boombox information.
I don't have that CarPlay. I got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the CarPlay in my new truck. I wish I had it on my bike, but
Yeah, I have it on
I'm not going to buy.
Pilot.
Not going to buy a new bike just for that.
Correct. No. Yeah,
It is
I'm not
nice-
going to buy it just for
it's
the
nice
new.
to have, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's money. I love it. Love it in my Honda Pilot. It was one of the considerations that we made when buying a new car.
Oh,
There were
for
certain
sure.
models we wouldn't look
Yep.
at just because
Didn't have the CarPlay.
I'm an Apple guy.
Oh, CarPlay.
It's money, dude.
Yeah.
It's not Android Auto. That's for sure. Oh, sorry.
Don't you have that?
Oh, we get the Android guys get mad when I say stuff like that.
I know.
Don't take it so
Goodness.
personal. Sorry.
Not our fault. You picked a shitty platform.
Oh God! Oh,
sorry, did I say that?
There
Here
it
we
was.
go. Here we got. Oh God! Here we go. Lurch, you just stepped it up a notch, dude. I use Apple because I have a business to run and I don't have time for all the issues Androids
don't have-
Oh God! Here we go, dude. I don't have time for viruses and malware.
Yeah, I don't want my computer to get STDs. I can
Sorry.
tell you.
We love you, Android users. We're just teasing. Don't take it personal. It's just a joke, for God's sake.
I can tell you the Lab laptop that I have sitting in front of me right now has seen more porn
Apple
than
laptop.
any laptop has ever seen. And it's an Apple. It's got no virus.
Correct. Doesn't even need virus software. Isn't that amazing? PC owners aren't. They're like, no virus software. What? Yeah, no, seriously, you don't. Yeah, no, you don't need virus software on Macs. It's brilliant. They just work. Much more expensive. And that laptop that
Lot
Lurch
more.
is
They
using
last forever.
is like
It's like
4
an
or 5 years
extended
old, and we've never
warranty.
done a thing to it. And it runs
Yeah.
the fastest the day we bought it.
And the old one that I had that's now down at the store, that thing's 8 or 9 years old.
Yep, and they're using it in the store just
Running
like
fine.
running fine, just not as thin.
BDK's
Right.
looking
They
at
thinned
porn
it
on
down.
that one.
This is a little thinner, a little lighter.
Yep, but yep, we
The
run
old
them.
one's still going. Yeah, you get 10, 12 years out of them.
Yep.
Easy.
Yep, absolutely.
Maybe more.
I
Once
should've-
you've had Mac, you'll never go back. Trust me.
I could have bought that instead of my 3-year extended.
Absolutely.
Fuck.
And you could have looked at porn all day and not had to worry about your computer getting screwed, dude. Just saying, man. All right, shall we dive into our main topic?
So let's get into it.
All right, so let me open a couple tabs. Sorry, I wasn't completely prepared, but the audience completely understands at this point. So there's our new Electra Glide, and I think that, here's the comparison. This one will be interesting. So we're talking about the new Electra Glide, and I tried to research, trying to remember when the last Electra Glide Standard was, because they introduced it in 2019, reintroduced it, because our police bikes have always been Electra Glides.
Yeah.
Like the base model. Now there's Road Kings too, but I'm talking about the Street Glide looking police bike like I ride every day. You know, it looks like a Street Glide. That's the Electra Glide. That is the base model for that. And so we've always had them. They've always manufactured them because we have a 16, a 17, an 18, and 9. You know, we just got rid of our 2000. We had some 2013s. So, anyways,
let me do a little research while you're talking. I'll see if I can find it. You can find it.
Well, I did some. You know, I probably spent a couple minutes on it. What?
That's the last time they made it, or was when it first started coming out?
That's when they moved the gauges.
No, that's when they first came out with it. I think
71.
That's No, they've had it many.
Jesus,
we're trying to figure out
forever.
Where Jesus?
Hey, we can go back to forever.
Sorry, dude. But thanks for looking stuff up.
Yeah.
At least trying. It's better than a lot of guys doing here.
So it's been around for a while.
Better than a lot of guys doing here. What'd you pour me?
Glenlivet.
I can
with
tell.
a splash of water.
It's got that extra oaky.
That's what you had last podcast.
I'm glad.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
I just want to make sure it was the same. I don't want to fuck my palate up.
No.
Oh yeah, you have such a discerning palate.
I do.
I didn't change
I don't
it.
want to be whiskey swapping and tramping around.
Did I put something else in there?
Dude, the Glenlivet is good.
It's what I stirred
How's
it
that
with.
bottle doing?
You need a new one.
Yeah, it's getting close.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn it. I got to write that down.
Glenlivet.
How's it taste though?
Oh God, it's so good. That's why I was like, that's the Glenlivet again.
You don't taste anything else.
If you want to really be
Shut up.
If you really want
I was
to be
watching
good to me,
you, bastard.
if you really want to be good to me, and
what do you want? The studio's already got enough liquor in here for
I'm happy with the Jameson. I mean, that's
for probably a year worth of podcasting.
Jameson's
at least.
a good standby. The Maker's Mark, that's a good standby. But if you ever really want to treat me,
Of course, I would treat you.
18-year-old Macallan.
Except you didn't. 18-year-old.
Macallan.
And if you see the price tag on that and you think, oh my God, the 15-year-old will be fine.
Oh God. Okay. Do they sell it at Costco?
No.
Probably not.
Okay. Never mind. That's where I'm going.
Maybe.
That's where I get the Glenlivet and everything else. But
I'm good with Jameson. To be
All
honest
right.
with you, that's my go-to.
all right.
If it ain't broke.
That, or if I'm going for a bourbon, I just go Jack and water.
Yeah. The Jack's a good old standby. Yeah. I really feel like I'm treating myself with a Glenlivet sometimes.
You are. You know, and in the earlier
Well
days,
deserved.
I always put a little Coke in my whiskey. Now that I don't do that, I just drink it either on the rocks with a little water. My tastes have changed. I agree. I don't like the Canadian whiskeys that I used to like because with pop, they tasted really good, but by themselves or with a little water, they don't have the same flavor. I like something that's got a little complexity to it.
Right.
So like Jack, although you think, well, that's a cheap whiskey, it's got a flavor that kind of sticks with you. You know, maybe it's because it's charcoal filtered. And has a little more woody flavor.
Yeah. Woody flavor.
Yeah. I need a little something more when you just put a little water in it.
I agree.
If you dump some Coke in it, you can get away with just about anything.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You really can.
So I guess our palates are discerning.
They are.
Now.
I'm telling you, we're connoisseurs. Maybe we should just change this topic to our favorite whiskeys. We pretty much burned the entire episode on that.
My favorite's a full bottle.
All right, guys. With that said, let's
We're
go
out.
ahead and get out of here, guys. Hope you guys have a great week.
I know you like the Makers. If you ever see a bottle of Makers 46, grab that.
Okay.
It's a little bit more aged.
All right.
It's just I don't think it's single barrel, but it's a little more refined. It's even better than just the regular.
The way
Maker's
you
Mark.
guys drink, I got a Costco shop, as you can tell. I got to get the big bulk bottles, dude. I got to keep you guys hydrated.
I might have a neighbor going down to California here in the near future if you're interested.
Okay. Bring me back a little something.
About half price.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Washington and
bless
our
Jay
sin tax.
Inslee.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, let's get into our topic here. What do you say? That's our comparison pricing. Maybe we should start here before we get into it. All right.
Yeah,
so
perfect.
Harley rolls out. If you guys weren't aware, it's kind of turning some heads. You have some supporters of it. And then, of course, you have your naysayers and all that kind of stuff. I hate it when things
Naysayers, you think?
autoplay like this. I hate websites that do that, dude.
Well, it's
Stupid.
because it's not the law-abiding biker website. We don't put
I would
that
not
crap
do
on
that.
ours. Oh my
if you
God.
want to watch something, you have to push the play button.
Who's that?
What was that?
That was you, I think.
Yeah, that was you. It wasn't me this time.
Wasn't me.
I think that was Siri. That was my HomePods.
Oh,
In the most basic terms, the Electra Glide Standard takes popular Street Glide and neuters it by deleting the Street's boom. Does that make sense?
yeah, get rid of the boombox infotainment.
Oh, yeah.
center.
Boombox infotainment screen.
That's
Okay.
not all, but that's a big part of it.
It is. And tries to retain just the bare minimum, which is not as radical as it sounds. Of course, ride quality is still an important feature on the EGS. We'll call it that from here on out. The Electra Glide Standard EGS, just so we don't have to keep saying that over.
I'll do my best, sir.
You still see most of the ride enhancing components that made their way onto the rest of Harley's touring line, such as standard cruise control, adjustable rear shocks. We're going to go through some of this stuff, guys. The Showa dual bending valve suspension up front, Brembo brakes, which is cool. And of course, the reflex linked ABS are some add-ons. We'll talk about a little bit about that. But yeah, so let's, anything opening on that before we go through some of this?
Well, it's got different wheels also. It's got the smaller wheels, 17-inch, I think, in the front.
Good.
A little bit different wheel.
Good point. In comparison, yes. I want to make sure we didn't have anything else. This is
Got the mirrors on the handlebars instead of onto the fairing, like
see,
Street Glide.
good point. Good point. Let's hold that. And
Okay.
that is a good point that I hadn't even paid attention
Not
to
that
yet.
that's a deal breaker or anything.
Well, no,
It's just
You can see the
different.
wheels on this one.
Yeah, look at those wheels there. Those are a different wheel. You see a lot more
That's what's on
rubber
my
it.
police bike, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just a smaller wheel.
Let's see.
This guy Lemmy's, I read this article and he likes it.
Oh yeah, does he? Does he?
I don't know if I do, but
Well, I don't know. I guess we'll find out here.
Depends
in a
on
minute.
what you want in a bike, right? I mean, if you're a purist and you
Well,
don't
we
give
can't
a
get to
crap.
this yet. You guys are getting way ahead.
sorry.
You started.
You led the way last
We haven't even talked
hour.
about that. How can we make an opinion when we don't even know the specs of the bike?
All right. Why don't you read the specs?
All right, we're going to
What
get
is,
into that.
what is
You guys,
the EGS?
we could just wrap this episode up, give our
EGS.
opinions, and just walk away. All right. So the EGS, the Electra Glide Standard. I just running through here. Yeah, not important. So what we've got here is we're on the Harley-Davidson website. And here's what I thought would be cool as we go through this, guys, is I have a comparison. And so I think it's fair. If you don't know what the Electra Glide Standard is, it looks like identical to a Street Glide Special. All right. It's,
More or less.
Like I said, it's my police
quite.
bike. Okay.
if
But
it was going down the road,
doesn't have an antenna.
if you were a non-Harley person or even a borderline new Harley person, they look damn near the same.
you wouldn't tell the difference going down the road.
You'd have to look at the air cleaner to figure out or whatever, wherever it's marked, right? We'll get into those differences, but at a
Okay.
glance, I mean, they're almost identical.
Very similar.
A lot of the things that are different, you can't see, like the height. You really can't tell until you sit on it to tell that it's a little bit different. So what I did, just to give the audience an overall picture of the Electra Glide Standard, there you go. Batwing fairing, the Street Glide look, the police bike look, all that kind of stuff. So I figured it would be fair to compare it with a Street Glide Special so that we can see, because a lot of people are, that may be Street Glide. Really, the people that are going to buy this to a certain extent, so this is why I did this comparison, is they're going to look at a Street Glide and go, well, that bike looks the same and it's cheaper, right? A little bit.
And if you're comparing it to the Special, you're comparing it to the Cadillac.
Exactly.
So you got the most expensive one
Right.
versus the Electra Glide Standard. Which
Other than
is your
comparing it to
affordable.
a Ultra Limited.
Yeah, you could.
If you're looking at
compare
an
it to
Ultra Limited,
just a Street Glide or a Road Glide instead of the Special.
we could, if you want.
So you don't have to. It's a little bit cheaper. You're
Right. We can do that in a minute after if you want to. You can pull that up on your computer too if you want. You can go to Hardy and you can compare bikes. So I did this. I kind of did the Street Glide Special because that's what a lot of guys are riding. And then I did a Road Glide Special because really that, I guess my point being on that, I agree with you. A regular Road Glide or Street Glide maybe is a fairer comparison. But my overall goal was a guy that's looking at an Ultra Limited is clearly interested in a full touring. So,
Yes.
so the guy that's going to have to make this decision is first of all going to want a Batwing fairing bike. And so really the fairest comparison is a Street Glide and Electra Glide, but I threw the Road Glide in there because one guy might go, I don't know if I want the Batwing or that's kind of how I came up with my thinking, which is probably really messed up. Correct.
No, I think you're right on the money.
All right. So yeah, if you bring up the regular Street Glide, you can chime in there. So let's go through this if you guys are curious. And of course, we're going to give you our opinions and kind of what I think who this bike may be for. And I know Scooter has some opinions too. Somebody just said on the private Facebook group, Patron Only, that he just bought one of these. He bought one of the first ones. I think it was in California and loves it. But so here you go. Do you have it up yet, Lurch? Because you can chime in.
I'm almost there.
All right, I'll wait. It takes Lurch a while to get it up. He's in his mid-40s.
I'm not as young as I used to be.
At the beginning of the podcast, how long it took him to say,
I'm just
you
saying.
rang?
Right, it's true. It takes him a while to get it up. So we're waiting.
Oh.
Well, the biggest thing is when you're looking at the price between the Street Glide and Street Glide Special, that Street Glide Special is $27,000. But if you look at the Street Glide...
Do you have it up, all the specs?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So
21.
Right. So let's do this. Then I'm going to have you chime in, so this is good.
Okay.
So regular Electra Glide Standard, we'll start with pricing. Starting, remember guys, this is starting.
Yep.
All right. Then it's going to get deeper because you have to think about a few things here. $18,999. What's the Street Glide?
$21,289 if you're going for Vivid Black.
Just do base color because we're all doing base colors.
$21,289.
Okay. We're not doing any custom colors here to keep it simple. A Street Glide Special, $27,089. So it was 21 you said? Mm-hmm. So see, a regular Street Glide, we're starting to get you right, Lurch. See, I'm glad you said that and brought this up because...
We're looking at about $2,500 more bucks for the Street Glide.
Right. Which is interesting when we get into specs, which I'm curious about.
Yep.
Because we'll get to it. Mm-hmm. ABS brakes and stuff like that. Then you're looking at the Road Glide Special, which is $27,489, which is $300 more than the Street Glide Special. Okay. So the Road Glide's right in there. Again, these are all standard models. All right. So going down to, oh God, what do we got going on here, dude?
What?
Okay, good. There we go. So base model. We're not going colors. All right. ABS option. This is where it gets interesting and where you'll really want to make some decisions here if you're considering. The Electra, the EGS, the Electra Glide Standard, does not come stock with ABS brakes. And to add those, do you have a pen and pad?
Sure, I do.
You do? I know you have one because I saw it in a picture.
I'm handing it. So write this down, Scooter, for us. This will be interesting. So our base price for the Electra Glide Standard, which only comes in one color, by the way. There are no color options.
$18,999.
and then $795 to add ABS brakes. Before I say anything else, I don't care what you do on your bike, guys. I don't care if you skimp on paint. I don't care if you don't get one tire on it. It is mandatory for your life. I'm telling you, as a police motorcycle instructor and having been in those situations, you're absolutely, that $795, you're insane if you try to skimp on ABS brakes. Do anything else, skimp on everything else, okay? I'm done. I can get intense about that. Do not skimp on ABS brakes. It is your life.
Couldn't agree more.
All right. The Street Glide, does it come stock with ABS?
It does not, and it's 21.
So write that down separate.
$21,289 for the standard Street Glide, and it's $795 to add ABS.
You'll probably need a calculator at some point on your Mac when we get done with this.
Okay, he's actually adding it.
Oh my God, he is. He's doing old form.
Yeah,
written edition.
He's not doing
this shit's live.
Core math or box math or whatever the hell.
Our patrons get to watch this live, so they actually get to see that this is true. And he's drinking while he's doing it.
Not really. It's Coors Light.
You're right. It's like water.
Yeah.
You should have just drank toilet
my whiskey
water
before you two got yours down. Mine was full when you started.
That was the last podcast, dude.
No.
All right. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, he didn't have one the last one though.
No.
Oh,
I was drinking a beer.
Well, we had a you see the V sign on the video.
I'll stand up and go get another one.
It's up to you, dude. It's up to you. It's your life.
Sensuous.
If you want to look like on video, if you want to look like a coward, I mean, it's your call.
Hey, sensuous.
And
sensuous up.
And Lurch and if for the patrons watching on video that have access to this, Lurch just handed him his glass while he's at it. So all right. Hopefully we don't need Scooter to write anything down right now.
I can grab the paper if we need to.
Yeah, it's fine. So ABS. So that's interesting. How much extra was it for the
$795 for both the Electra Glide Standard $795 and also on the Street Glide.
Okay.
Standard price.
So on the Street Glide Special, moving on up.
Included.
Standard.
Yeah, what was the price on the special?
$29,189.
Balls.
$29,189. Nicely done. Fresh. What'd you put in there, Jameson?
Yes.
Nice. All right, so there you go. So moving along. And then, of course, we're not really you don't have to make a call in for the Road Glide. I just want to throw it out there because if people are genuinely interested, we're not going to do a price. But it's standard, of course, because we're not going to do the Road Glide and the Road Glide Special. We'll just leave that out.
Close enough.
So going on down, security system.
Standard
Across the line. Cruise control option.
Standard.
Which was surprising. I, for some reason, thought they would skimp the Electra Glide and it would be an add-on, but that's not the case. Premium radio option. Here's where we get into it. The Electra Glide Standard, this is the thing why it's cheaper. It don't have shit. It's got just a big hole.
Where you can put your cigarettes at.
You can put your smokes. You can put your pinners in there. Store your pinners and your lighter and your vape pen. Your vape pen.
I'm not saying what my sister calls it.
I know we don't. It's politically incorrect.
Yeah,
okay.
it is. I'll tell you later, Scooter.
Totally politically
what
incorrect.
They say over
on
Europe?
The Street Glide.
All right.
It is $895 to add the premium radio option,
which is cheap.
So I assume you're going from the little 4.3
on
to
the regular.
Oh, maybe because the regular boombox.
The Street Glide comes with the little guy.
Yeah, because it's like $2,500 to buy it aftermarket.
So I think the $895 is to go from the 4.3 to the 6.5. I'm assuming.
Yes.
It says premium radio.
Yes,
option.
correct. It's because it wants to come with the 4.3,
Right.
and then for an extra $800. Because to replace that unit's like $2,500.
So I have looked at the Street Glides before, not the specials, and they do have the 4.3 with the touch buttons. So
correct.
$895 to have the premium option.
To move on up to the premium, the Boombox GTS for this year would be to move up to the GTS.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the Street Glide Special comes standard with the Boombox GTS. If we're talking about 2019 and on, of course, the Road Glide does too. Ooh, frickin' California emissions.
200
got us across the board.
Everybody.
And we don't even live there.
$200.
200. No, I think that's only
only if you live in
It's only
California.
if you live. You don't have to put that. Yeah, that's only if you live in California. You get the old California.
Get to pay the man an extra 200 bones.
Because the air will be cleaner and your lungs will be healthier if you pay $200. California.
Bullshit.
California guarantees your lung health. All right. I know all the California people are just laughing like,
Carb.
sorry, all you California people. I really am sorry. I could never live there. I'll visit and I couldn't live there. It's crazy.
I'll just call that the Cal tax.
All right. Freight, you got to pay across the board. Everybody, so we don't have to put that down. Everybody's paying. Well,
$435.
is that included, do you think, or is that an additional? So you got
Add it on there.
Everybody's got a point.
So we'll just leave it because it's a mute point.
it's-
Yeah, good point.
You still pay it. If we're adding up over here how much they cost,
all right.
I would add it. You're still paying
Okay.
$435 in freight.
Then we got to figure out taxes, or we just
Let's
leave
not
that
get
out.
into taxes.
All right, I'm just saying, technically speaking. All right, how are we doing there, Scoot?
I'm working there.
Are you doing some
right.
math?
You let me know when you're doing good, dude. In the meantime,
Down the
Lurch.
engine.
In the meantime.
Oh, you want me to do that? Okay, go ahead.
Well, I think you should.
Hey, bikeaholics searching for new and exciting motorcycle products? Zero 3D has products you dream about for your bike. Check out their wide variety of innovative products for Harley Davidson and Honda Goldwing motorcycles. Zero 3D has got your back with chrome and black parts, lighting, and other comfort products. No modifying, cutting, grinding, or welding for easy installation. That equals less time installing and more time riding. Zero 3D has a design team of riders with over 40 years experience and a passion for design and innovation. Zero and Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. They pride themselves on great customer service. Got a question? Get in touch with them via email at sales@zero3d.com or give them a call at 715-808-0027. Check your local Harley or Honda dealership and ask for Zero or Gold Strike parts. A new leader has emerged, so check out Zero 3D's custom line of Gold Strike products for the all-new Honda Gold Wings. Better yet, help support us and head on over to lawabidingbiker.com/store and check out our full line of Zero 3D products.
There you go.
I did just put those lights on mine.
Which ones, bro?
The fangs.
Yeah. Oh, did you put them on today?
I did. Well, yesterday.
Yesterday, okay.
Yeah.
So Scooter helped move our entire store facility to a bigger facility. Again, that is on YouTube. I did a live YouTube to show you that.
It was real sweat.
It was real sweat. It really was. It was not even a retake and sugar. What do they do in the movie? Sugar water or something. It was real sweat. And we gave Scooter anyways some Zero 3D Fang black front and back from store stock to put on his badass bike.
I got a buddy of mine that lives down the street that just bought a 19 Road Glide, saw him and gave him the address to the store.
Nice, dude. Nice. He gave him the actual web address, not the physical address. Yes. Because we don't have a...
Yeah, right. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. I just wanted to clear that for the audience. We didn't move into a new walk-in facility. It's still just a storage store where we ship out of and stuff. But yeah, very good. All right, let me get back to my tabs here. Let's pull this over here because that's important. I'm going to clean this up.
Are we going to keep going on down the line? Because when you get to engine, it's the same,
done.
but you get to dimension, there's a difference in the dimensions.
Well,
the length
it's
is actually,
not because the EGS is a 107. It's not true.
Yeah, the motor stuff's the same. What?
No.
This is the engine. The Electra Glide Standard comes with a 107. It does not come with a 114.
I apologize. I'm looking at the two between the regular Street Glide and the EGS. They're both a 107.
Yes. Okay.
My fault.
Special jump.
That's all right. So, yeah, so there you go. You heard it. EGS base comes at 107 and the Street Glide regular 107.
Yes.
Then with the Street Glide Special, you bump up to the 114 cubic inch, same with the Road Glide Special. Now, of course, we're not going to go through necessarily, I'm going to look here, but bore, stroke, obviously the 114s are the same and the 107s are the same. I don't know if anybody's interested in that particular. Displacement is interesting. That's something always people key in on. So your 107, Milwaukee 8 107 is 1746 cc. Then you bump up to your 114, you're looking at 1868 cc. We won't do compression ratio. They're all fuel system. They're all electronic sequential port fuel injection, ESPFI exhaust. The Electra Glide, that's something we want to note on. Exhaust is chrome. So the Electra Glide, all the special stuff lately, which we won't even get necessarily into that, but they're all going with all this black stuff. That's actually discerning to a lot of customers because a lot of people still want chrome and you just don't have that option. If you go with a special, you're kind of stuck converting to black stuff, which is fine. I know a lot of people like the black stuff.
I like it.
So yeah, and they do. It's just, a lot of guys are traditional. They really are. I've heard some people and they're not happy about that. I'm not saying one's better than the other. It's just, you can still get chrome with the Electra Glide Standard, which may, just bringing up that point, it may be. Now, how about the Street Glide? Just the regular Street Glide.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, it doesn't even have that. Oh yeah, it does. Hold on. Chrome.
So chrome there.
Chrome.
So if you want to jump up chrome, the specials are black. And so you still can get the chrome if you're more traditional. Point being is it comes with chrome. The EGS comes with chrome 2-to-1-to-2 dual exhaust with tapered mufflers. You move up. Was that with the?
That's a regular Street Glide.
Same with Street Glide.
Chrome. Mm-hmm.
Special is black 2-to-1-to-2 and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, let's move into.
This is interesting when you get into dimensions.
Okay.
Because the EGS is 94.5 inches long. The Street Glide is 96.5.
Oh, one for me.
Check this out.
That's what she said. Sorry. That's just ridiculous. Sorry, Lurch.
The Street Glide is 96.5 inches long, but then you look at the Street Glide Special and it's 95.5 inches long. And is the rake different?
I don't know.
When I'm looking at pictures of the
but
EGS,
you can't feel a lot because I ride both of them. You can't really tell when you're.
I think it's the rake. When you look at the front fork rake, on the picture,
that should be in here somewhere.
Maybe when you look at the picture, anyways, you look at the front fork rake. Yep, the rake's the same, 26 degrees.
See what I mean? So I mean,
wheelbase. But then you look at the wheelbase is the same, the trail's the same. That's strange. Is it the bags?
Well, I mean, it just the frame could be just. I mean, it's not that. Honestly, you're talking about an inch, dude.
Still weird.
An inch. So they put a 1 inch on the on the backbone or something. I mean, you know what I mean? Does it change a whole bunch? It is a little bit strange, maybe because it's higher. They made it a little bit longer just for rideability. You know, so much goes into that engineering.
Yeah. Weird.
It's a good point. Well, that you brought up though, but. Honestly, you can't tell by looking at it, and you can't tell by sitting on it because I sit on both of them. I would never have told you till I looked right now that it was longer. All right. And then you move up. You're 0.2 inches longer on the Road Glide Special, which is interesting because the frames are basically identical on the Street Glide and the Road Glide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Besides 0.2 inches. So it's some kind of weird engineering. They test stuff.
Or does it have something
We're
to do
not
with the
engineers
rims?
here, clearly.
It could be wheel size.
Just the wheels?
Rims, bigger wheel and tire. Maybe.
Yeah, it could not even be the frame.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, my bad. Good
The
point.
front wheel, maybe.
Scooter. One for Scooter. He was. I know he doesn't look like it with his pad and paper, but he did take some engineering classes in college. Not. Okay. Yeah. He's drawing the middle finger and a hand. Well, at least you're an artist.
He is not.
All right. Let's move on. Seat height laden. So EGS is 26.1. Your Special's 26.1.
So is a Street Glide.
Street Glide. And your Road Glide is 25.9.
Oh.
So yeah, a little bit lower seat height laden. Unladen is 26.8 for the EGS, 27.2 for the Street Glide Special.
27.4.
That's
Street
weird,
Glide.
isn't it? Weird.
Yeah.
For the regular Street Glides, you're talking
I thought
peanuts.
the frames were the same.
Maybe the seat's a little different.
Yeah, it could be. It could be the
different
seat. Yeah, and 27.4 on the Road Glide. So let's talk ground clearance. Ground clearance on the EGS 4.9,
5.3 on the Street Glide.
and the Street Glide Special 4.9. So the regular Street Glide is higher than the. This is the weird stuff when you start looking at stuff. The regular Street Glide is higher than both the EGS and the SGS, the Street Glide Special. Very strange, Lurch. I would have never guessed
That is weird.
5.5 on the RGS. Higher seat on the Road Glide Special, and higher seat and higher ground clearance. So the Road Glide Special, both, if you're interested in that. You already talked about rake 26 across the board. So that has nothing to do with the length.
Well, the rake could be the same, but the actual forks could be longer.
That wouldn't make the bike longer, though, would it?
Potentially.
I guess. I'm not
Yeah,
thinking.
I mean, it would stick that front wheel out a little farther.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you're stretching. But I guess.
Just trying to figure it out. Just trying to think about it.
I know. It is interesting. So we won't talk about trail. That's we can get wheelbase. 64 inches across the board. Here's what you were talking about earlier, Lurch, and you want to talk about these tire. Do you have everything that I have up here, or do you just have Street Glide?
I just have the two, but I can tell you that the EGS has a 17-inch rim, whereas the Street Glide has a 19-inch front. Did I say rear end?
We'll just talk front first.
Front wheel is 17-inch on the Electra Glide Standard.
Same
on
width,
the Street
130.
Glide,
130, same width, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It basically, the size of the tire and the size of the rim are different. So on the EGS, you're going to have a smaller rim and a bigger tire, meaning there's going to be more rubber on the tire. When you look at the Street Glide and the Specials also, they have a 19-inch rim and a 60 series tire, so there's a little less rubber.
Oh, is that the 60B?
Yeah, that's a series.
So the
series, so they're thinner.
The 130,
less sidewall.
Right.
The 130 is the overall.
Good
130 is the overall height of the tire. The 130. So the
130 is the width.
Yeah, the 130.
130 is the width, bro.
Yeah, he's right there. Yeah.
The 130 is the width. Then the 60 is
the sidewall.
The sidewall, how thick the tires. Then the 19 is the size of the wheel.
60. So 80.
Guarantee that's
80,
the width.
The 80 is 80%. The sidewall is 80% of the tire width.
Oh, okay.
And then so 60.
Say that again.
So
I always
on the Street Glide Special, for instance, 130, 60. So
let me break this down real quick, and then I want you to explain that. The only thing I've ever looked at on tires, and that's why I'm curious. I want to hear this just for the audience. I always look at the 130. I look at the wheel height, which is the 19, and I look at the width, which is the 130. Now, the other number I've never paid that much attention to, you have an explanation for it.
60%, like on those, 60% of the 130. So you could break it down.
So what's 60% of the 130?
I'd have to do the math.
No. I'm not asking for the number. What does it mean?
It's the sidewall height. Or that much. The sidewall is
60, only 60% of the width.
The 130.
That's why I've never looked at that number, because I never
40s,
really cared.
50s.
Very cool, dude. Yeah. Where'd you learn that shit?
I worked at Les Schwab right out of high school.
Nice, dude. Nice. Very cool.
Was it different from cars to bikes then? Because the first number is always the height on the tire.
No. It's always the width.
Nope. I remember sport bikes, 180.
Yep. I'm not talking about bikes. I'm talking about cars.
Well, he worked at Les Schwab, dude.
It's the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same.
And even if we just keep it to bikes, the 130 is the width, the 60 is 60% of the width of the tire, and then the 19 is the wheel size.
I'm Googling this shit.
He doesn't believe us.
Fucking believe
I know.
us.
I'm guaranteed. My two numbers that I talked about, wheel height and width, those are 100% accurate.
And the sidewall,
but you taught me something.
That number is the percentage of the width of the tire.
Yeah, good call. Good call. So, do you want to Google that, or
he's gonna?
Otherwise, I'll go on while he's Googling that. So your EGS is a 17-inch wheel, and it's a 130 width. So they're all the same width. So we'll get rid of the 130, but your Electra Glide is 80% of the 130, so it's thicker, right?
Right.
Yep. Your Street Glide Special is 60. What's the regular Street Glide?
It's not on his website no more.
Is it 60?
It's a 60 series.
So it's the same as a Street Glide
front
Special.
Is 60 and the back is 65.
Okay. And then we go over to the Road Glide where, same width, 60 and 19-inch wheel. 19-inch wheel.
I am wrong. You are right. It is the width.
Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
I said I was wrong. You are right. It is the width.
Nice, dude.
Thank you, Les Schwab.
Nice, dude. That's all right, but we always check it just to make sure.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Trust,
nothing wrong with that.
but verify.
Correct. Trust your friends, two friends telling you.
It's that bullshit Europeans.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's the European size.
35-inch.
Tell me this, Scooter.
Right, if you go American, 35, 1250.
Yeah. So we're going here since we're talking tires. So this is great. We get that 130 width, 80% of the width, and then it's a 17-inch wheel.
Mm-hmm.
What's the 65H?
It's the ratio. The last one is the speed rating. H is the speed rating.
So it's load
index.
Supposed to go 65 miles per hour?
No. 61 is the load index, and H is the speed rating.
Okay, so what is 65? Do you have to have an index to figure out what 65 means? I don't want you to. Is that what you're saying?
It's the load. It's how much it can handle weight-wise.
So it can handle 65 pounds?
No. 65.
That's what I'm saying. There's an index somewhere for this.
I'm looking.
Oh, okay. I just want to be educated.
I have it right here.
And what's the H for?
Speed.
And what's the so the H translates to something.
Index.
Right. So you got to have some table for this. Okay.
Okay. What's your load index on those tires?
65H
61?
on the EGS.
61.
Well, this is for cars, but at 65, it's 639 pounds.
Okay. Which
H.
I don't know if that translates because the bike, is that the load or is that the weight of the bike?
No,
because the bike weighs more than
tire.
that.
That's the load on the tire. You got two tires, so obviously the load's on the same with both tires, right?
Good point.
So you got two tires.
Good point. See, I learn shit all the time, dude.
And you're going to have more weight probably on the front tire than the rear tire. Well, you might more on the rear than the front.
Now, when my Rick Rack's loaded up.
more on the rear than the front. I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is there a speed index?
You like to put your more load on the rear.
Yeah, probably is. A Z rated is the highest.
The highest, yeah.
So H is...
It's amazing how we can just completely...
Apparently that's only for motorcycles because it's not on cars.
Yeah.
So Z rated.
the rating?
Yeah, I mean, I don't find... At least not on this one anyways.
Okay, so to unfoggy that, you're
G rating,
a
62,
smaller wheel on the EGS. Smaller wheel.
Yes.
And a little bit thicker tire. We'll leave it at that.
Like the
same
original.
overall size, but there's more
Electra
meat on the
Glide.
tire. There's more sidewall and less rim.
Exactly. All right, let's do the rear tires. Across the board, they're 180 wide. All right. And we're talking about, the rear on the EGS is 65% of the 180. So again, thicker.
Larger sidewall.
Larger sidewall. Yeah, that's what I should say, yes. and then 16-inch wheel. So 16 in rear, 17 in front. And then you move up to what's the Street Glide? Is it the same with the rear?
The rear is a 180/65 B16
Same.
81H.
So we don't get any difference till we get to the Street Glide, which same width, but it's a 55%. So it's that thinner sidewall, and it's a larger wheel, which is an 18, which gives them that different look. And when you said earlier, I agree with you. Us being Harley guys, we can tell the difference.
It looks better with the bigger rim and the less.
It does.
Rubber. It's a better
It looks
look.
sexier.
Yeah.
I agree. Do you agree?
100%.
Scooter?
Yep.
So that's what Lurch said. But the common person going down, they look very similar. But yeah, you can start, when you start breaking that stuff down, just looking at the pictures, you can definitely tell. It makes the bike sit a little bit, looks like it sits a little bit different. You know what I mean?
It's gonna.
It almost, like you said, Lurch, makes it look like the Street Glide Special has less rake. Doesn't it? Or am I seeing shit?
The EGS looks like it has less rake.
Okay. It looks like it has more, even though it doesn't. It just gives it a different, it's a weird thing.
I think it's a combination of tire and fender, and it just looks different.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, fuel capacity, 6 gallons across the board. Oil, 5.2 quarts. Weight here, so the EGS is 781 pounds shipped. Oh, let's just do running order. So in running order, which is fuel and stuff, 820 for the EGS.
829 for the Street Glide.
836 for the SGS. That's because the boombox system is so heavy.
Damn,
so I don't know, dude. And then 855 for your Road Glide Special. So a little bit lighter bike, the EGS. Of course, our police ones, once we put all our gear on them, are up over 1,000 pounds.
Damn.
With rider. Well, now the bike itself is up probably around 1,000. Yeah.
Dude, my Gixxer weighed probably 380 pounds.
Isn't that crazy? That's like riding a bicycle, dude. No. When you get on those light little bikes like that.
Crazy.
Luggage capacity, blah, blah, blah. Whoever pays attention to that, 2.3 cubic feet. So it means the saddlebags are, 2.5 cubic. Yeah, what up? Your
speed rating, finally found it. 130 miles an hour for an H.
So don't do over 130 on your Street Glide, which it won't, or on your EGS either. No, they won't.
No.
Even our police bikes won't do that. They put governors on them now. They limit them. So maybe you could hack your bike, but don't do that because
you avoid the warranty.
Oh wait, we don't buy warranties. Oh, too bad. I can do whatever I want to my bike and Harley can't tell me nothing. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's go down here. Engine torque.
Same.
It is because it depends if you're talking the 107 or the 114.
Right.
The 107 has 111 foot-pounds. The 114 has 122. And of course, that 114 just comes on those special models. I'm just scrolling through here. It doesn't mean a lot. Lean angle is 31 on the EGS.
Same on Street Glide. When it comes to motor and stuff, it's and whatnot between the EGS and the Street Glide, lots the same.
Yeah. Lean angle left 29 down on the EGS, up to 31 on the Street Glide Special. Fuel economy testing method is city highway estimate. They're all 43 across the board miles per gallon. Okay. That's interesting because your Street Glide Specials have 114s and they have the 107, but they're coming out at 43 miles per gallon. Interesting.
That is interesting.
Funny little things you find like that. You know, you would think 114, more fuel. No, not necessarily. It's the way the engines are built. You know what I mean?
Don't mess with your CM.
Jesus Christ. Do. If you don't have a warranty, mess with it all day. That's what we do. All right. Primary drive. I'm just going down, guys. Bear with us. We just want to get the high points here to see what is important. I don't think any of that gear ratios, any of that. Overall second. Yeah, it just doesn't.
Pretty close to the same.
Yeah, all pretty close to the same, nor would the numbers mean a whole bunch unless you're really into that. Wheels. This is what you were talking about. You want to talk about this, Lurch?
Well, they're a different type of wheel. The Electra Glide Standard and the Street Glide, we'll call it the Standard, the non-special, have the impeller cast aluminum wheel. They're just they're a little bit different style, but they're also smaller. The specials have the black Talon cast aluminum. It's just a bigger rim.
Sounds so sexy, baby.
It's just a bigger rim.
Hey, baby, did you bring the Talon tonight?
Did you bring the black
Did you bring the black talon?
Bring that black talon, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget to lube.
Don't forget to lube the talon. All right, this
You got a few more spokes on that black talon. A little different shape.
Okay.
Just a better looking wheel. If
you look at the pictures, it's hard to. Yeah, just look at the pictures.
If you're into,
it definitely looks.
If you're into wheels and tires, you can see it immediately.
It looks sexy.
Yeah.
Special.
If you're your average person that really doesn't pay a whole lot of attention to a wheel and tire, you may not notice, but it's quite obvious if you
keep that going. We ain't done yet. Try to hand me that pad back.
Keep your pad and paper.
Premature ejaculation right there. It's ridiculous, dude.
That's what he said.
That's what you're known for, dude. That is what I don't even want to know what he meant by that.
He said that's what he said.
I heard what he said. I don't want to know.
I thought the joke is that's what she said.
Oh, you got to go. Never mind.
No, I don't want to know, man.
I think we should move right into this and out of that. Are you searching for the easiest and quickest attachable luggage system for your motorcycle? Rick Rack has just what you're looking for. Forget all those frustrating straps and bungee cords that could come loose and slap your paint.
Slap your paint.
Check out one of Rick Rack's awesome quick attach strapless luggage rack systems. His father-son team designed something really special. You just can't find it anywhere else. Yep, these guys ride, so they truly understand the needs of bikers. That's right. Rick Rack quick attach system is strong, durable, secure with a lockable system. That's right. Also check out their full line of quality touring bags to accompany your quick detach system. Once you use Rick Rack,
never go back.
You'll never go back. What are you waiting for, Bikeaholics? Head over to the Law Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of Rick Rack systems and bags. And yes, I will be rocking my Rick Rack bag, as will Big Daddy and Oscar and Lurch. We still got to get you hooked up with
I don't have one yet.
We've just been so busy. We're going to get Lurch hooked up, but we'll all be rocking those Rick Rack quick attach systems on our cross-country trip coming up here really soon. So we talked about wheels, brakes, 32 millimeter 4-piston fixed front and rear all the way across. Let's talk about this. If it's, let's just
go right to infotainment. That's where
are you sure? I just want to make sure. Have we looked at LED lights and stuff? Are you sure?
All right, let's look. When I'm looking between the Electra Glide Standard and the Street Glide, it's the same. So you might see a difference then between the
special,
the EGS and the special.
Yeah, ABS. Yeah, it's optional. Obviously, cruise control, gear indicator, security systems, low fuel warnings. I just don't see anything about headlights. I don't know if that Electra Glide comes with the LED.
It all looks the same. The only difference
I think they're all come with LED.
The ABS is optional. The ABS light,
and it doesn't say anything about the headlight. High beam, running lights, directional lights.
The tail light's different.
I was just curious about the LED. What's up with the tail light?
It's the old school
EGS
square.
is the old school square.
Correct. Good point.
And it doesn't have the filler panels in between.
Yep.
It's got the open little holes.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so my Street Glide has the
It doesn't have the color match filler panels between the fender and the bags.
Wow.
Yeah, good. And gauges are all looking the same. And we'll move down. Obviously, we've already talked about this a little bit, but yes, no radio, no stereo whatsoever. And then the regular Street Glide comes with the 4.3 non-touch screen. And then in the specials, we move up to the Boom Box GTS. So we don't need to do any of that. Speaker sizes or nothing like that. Let me know if I need to stop. Because that's all about the boombox, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all boombox.
So we pretty much broke it down, and then we're going to give some opinions. Let's pull up a picture of this bad boy. Let's go to gallery. Ooh, we can view it in 3D. That's the money, dude.
Oh, and the bags are extended.
The back end's a big difference.
Let's talk about anything else we're noticing. Matt, you brought up these bad boys. Let's go start. Let's start here.
Front to back or what?
Yep. That's exactly how you wipe. You always wipe front to back.
That's what I've heard.
No, I have girls, and my wife was very clear very early on that that's how you teach them. And
makes sense when somebody tells you.
It really does. Would have never thought of that, but you're right. It makes total sense.
I don't know who the hell would go the other way, but I mean, it's possible.
Well, they're kids, dude.
It's a bigger difference.
Little kids do some weird shit. They stand up peeing over the toilet and stuff. You got to teach them, they do some, let me tell you,
the joys of raising girls.
They do some weird shit. Okay.
Right.
So you do unfortunately have to specify certain things, not to do. So let's go. That front looks like a Daymaker on the EGS.
That is.
It looks like a Daymaker. So it does come with the Daymaker LED. Move on.
give us a little more rotation around a little bit.
The windscreen's taller.
Yeah, it doesn't have the short Street Glide windscreen on it.
Oh, it's kind of what our police bikes come with. Yep.
It's got the Electra Glide screen, a little bit taller, probably about an 8-inch versus the 4-inch.
Right. It's not
Still has the.
It makes it not look as sleek.
Rushmore vent.
It's got the
vent.
Got the Rushmore vent that's coming on all of them. Good call, Scoots.
Mirrors.
Yeah.
It's got the mirrors on the handlebars versus the mirrors on the fairing,
which is interesting. Our police bikes have the mirrors up here.
Yeah.
And I like the look of them on the fairing better.
I do too. It's a little
just
sleeker. But that's part of the Street Glide.
Did you guys see this?
Sleeker look.
The badge.
No.
What?
It comes with reflectors on the forks.
Oh, that's exciting.
It comes.
My 18 had it. You jackass.
It's exciting. Good stuff right there.
It comes with amber reflectors on both sides of the fork, and it comes with reflectors on the
zoom in
bag.
a little bit. Would you zoom in on that? Right.
That covers.
See what I don't. You know what I don't see is a hill shifter.
Nope. You don't. Look at that.
What's up with that?
What the hell's up with that? The police bikes come with a
I've
hill
never
shifter,
seen that.
No heel.
which is nice because I take that son of a bitch off every chance I get. I hate heel shifters.
And I have to with my big ass foot.
You do.
I
Mine's
can
still
buy
on.
the extended ones, but
I still got mine on it.
Do you use it?
if you can use it, you can be pretty quick with it if you can
Not
use
as
it.
quick as toe shifting.
Yeah, it's weird to me.
I just
you
haven't
right
taken
now.
it off.
Okay. Well, that's an honest answer.
Yeah.
Right. I get it with big feet. There, honestly, you can shift faster with your toe, but yeah.
All right, moving on back. Solo seat.
Yep.
It doesn't. That's
No
weird,
rear
Lurch.
passenger pegs.
Maybe that has something to do with the.
I'm stuck on the no.
That's
heel
the first.
shifter.
Yeah, that's the first one.
It's
I see.
weird.
It doesn't have a heel shifter. Just
Weird.
shifter.
Okay. Anyways, so they cut 5 cents there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Bags.
Solo seat and no
Solo seat.
and no rear.
See, it's stuff I didn't notice.
But if you
Solo
look at
seat,
that, if you look at the rear fender, you can see there's a little screw hole, so you can actually put a 2-up
passenger.
on.
Okay, so it's
So
got,
you could add 2-up seat and you can add passenger pegs if you want to, but it doesn't come. It comes with a solo seat and it does not come with passenger pegs.
no passenger. Nice. See, good eye.
That was
Lurch.
part of my research. Actually, I saw that.
Nicely
I didn't
done.
do that. I stopped at the square.
And then
Jesus.
I wouldn't buy this.
It's got the standard. You don't
Badass,
you don't
dude.
get to give your opinion yet.
I know.
Stop.
It was a little premature.
Standard bags. Standard bags doesn't
quick
have
buzzers.
the
Yep.
doesn't have the extended bags. Can you now
Nope.
come all the way around?
That's what she said.
It also
It's
has
still going, Scooter. Sorry,
Oh,
it's
easy,
still going.
easy, buddy.
Jeez, I'm spinning too fast for Lurch.
You don't have the filler panels in between, the color match filler panels in between the fender and the bags, and you also have the old school taillight. You got the square taillight with the separate turn signals versus the specials that have
Which
the
looks
run,
fine on
turn,
a
brake
police
all in
bike,
one.
but I don't like that.
It's just not quite as
It's just
sleek on a bike.
older, traditional, and it's not as sleek, which is kind of what we're talking about this bike, right?
If you have a trunk on there all the time, like the Ultra,
Right, like a
Ultra
police-
Limited
yeah,
or
police
something,
bikes,
or a police bike, then it's not that big a deal. But when you're looking at a bike without a trunk, it looks better if it does not have that
it
square
looks
taillight.
sleeker.
Yeah.
My Street Glide looks a lot sleeker.
Not having the color matched panels.
It just almost, I know. It looks different. And
Like it's
your
missing.
Ultras don't have those,
No.
but like you say, with a trunk and everything else, it kind of takes away. But you're so used to seeing the rear of a Street Glide, it almost pops out and stands at me like that is weird looking. You could buy them.
If you get
What
one
you do
of
is
these,
you buy
can go to our
serial-
law-abiding biker.
Here's the other thing I just
nice.
Go to
noticed.
our store and you
It
can
doesn't have
They're
the.
stopping.
Hey, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to do
He's
a
doing a commercial. Let him finish his commercial. So what he was saying is,
What I was trying to say is, if
Yes.
you buy one of these, you can go to our store, lawabidingbiker.com/store,
Nice
and you can buy
plug.
the filler lights.
and then fill those right in.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, he's done with his commercial.
Sorry,
go ahead.
go ahead.
Well, I
No,
just
no,
noticed
no,
in,
it's
in
good
regards
times,
to
dude.
the fender,
He's like,
on the Street Glide Special, it's got the lower lights.
Yes.
At the bottom
Good call.
of the fender.
Good call.
It's not there.
This is missing that lower
because the fender
tri-bar.
isn't as lower either.
No, it's higher up.
So
It's missing the tri-bar. They call that.
yep, the tri-bar.
Yeah.
Nice.
Didn't
Nice.
know that. I learned something.
There you go. And and so the back of it looks higher.
It is.
It is higher, but
It's
it
an
looks
inch higher, but the fender, it looks higher
The
because the fender's
fender makes
higher.
it look
It doesn't have
higher.
that lowered piece on. Well,
almost like they chopped it off early.
Well, what it's missing is the color match filler panels and that tri-bar. That's one piece that goes in there on the Street Glide Specials.
Correct.
The Road Glide Specials. So it's missing that whole thing. So it is an inch lower in the rear end, but it also looks lower because it has those filler panels and that tri-bar, which is probably 3.
Oh, at least I was
4
curious.
inches.
Yeah.
So it makes it look lower.
Yep. Good point. So yeah, just a different look to the rear for sure.
What's up with those?
It comes with reflectors on the
That's
bags.
ugly.
That's a requirement. That's a
They don't put those on the Street Glides?
because they got the tri-bar.
Because it's part of the tail. It's part of the
Bullshit. Street Glide doesn't have that.
Yeah, it
No,
does. It's
no, it
got them.
doesn't.
It's part of the plate.
I did not take it off my Street Glide Special.
Part of the plate.
Go to the
Hang on.
It's a requirement, federal requirement. You have to have red reflectors on the back of a car in case your lights go out. It used to be part of the plate, and you could pop it right off your plate. On the newer Street Glides and Road Glides, it's part of the license plate frame, but the way it's actually bolted on the back.
So
of
they're
it,
putting it on
metal.
the license plate frame.
Yeah.
Because I did not have them on my bags.
No, you've never had them on the bags.
Oh, well, okay, but that does. The EGS has it on the damn bags.
It does.
Okay. I just want to make
Harley's
sure.
gotten to, for a long time, they had it part of their plastic license plate frame, and license plate frame, and you can just pop that son of a bitch off. And now they've made it where it's hard to get rid of. So even on the 15s and newer, it's really difficult to get that red reflector off.
I'm still trying to think of what.
You have it. It sits above your license plate.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, I want to take. You got to compress the tire up into the fender to get your hand in there.
You have to take that whole rear assembly off before you could
get
just.
that
It was just
reflector
clipped onto the bottom of the license plate frame. You can pop it right
That's
off.
what you're talking about.
Right there. See
That little square
See that
reflector.
square red reflector right there in the center?
Ugly.
That's right here,
You
yeah.
can't. It's hard to take off now.
Yep. That's on the street. What we're looking at, audience, is the Street Glide Special
I was
now.
going to take a grinder to it.
And it's
That's
got it.
one
Yeah.
way to do it.
And you said you can't. You'd have to grind it off.
No, well, I wouldn't take a grinder to it. I would actually take the rear
take the
assembly
bolts.
off and then take it
Like
apart.
we've done. We have videos on that. Get on the channel. We show you how to take that rear.
When do we put the latitude?
Latitude.
Zero latitudes on.
Look at any of our rear Zero 3D videos on our YouTube channel, and in there is how to take take your stock signals out, and you can remove that reflector. Good call, Lurch.
So
Thanks.
on the
Good call.
EGS, they put it. It looks like they stuck it on the bags. They're probably just stick on.
God,
You
but
may-
you're
They
gonna
are. That's like right off
heat
the
'em
front
up.
fork.
heat them
maybe
up.
I'll
Not even heat them up. Just take a filament or a fishing line and
Yep. Still helps to heat them a little bit, but yeah, that's a good. We showed that on one of our. We have a video on our YouTube channel on how to take off reflectors. So
I did that on
Yep.
mine.
Yeah, good call. Is that how
I didn't heat them up.
you had them on your bags?
No, not on the bags. On,
So,
on the front forks.
Yeah, good. It's just because it's painted, I would be a little more just really careful with that. Maybe heat them up a little bit, but yeah, good call. Then they've got the reflectors on the side too, which mine has too. I'm looking at my Street Glide Special, kind of where the lock mechanism is and where that's where the handle used to be, the old style.
Yeah, you can't pop those out now.
No, you can't pop those out. You're just kind of stuck with them. So, all right, moving on. What else? And then we'll wrap it up with some thoughts and opinions about this bike.
Those are the big differences in look.
Look at it. It doesn't have a brake pedal.
Oh,
There's no
shut
rear
up.
brake.
Shut up.
I told you it's a stripped down skimp bike, dude. Look at that. There's not even any front brake lines. They forgot the lines. No, it looks fine, dude. It's got a rear brake. I'm just messing around. So let's look. And then there's that big cavity, big place to keep. You could keep about a half a carton of smokes in there, not just one pack.
Oh no,
It's a big glove box.
you could put a half a log of chew in there.
What were you saying? What were you saying, Lurch, about?
Well, in all fairness, I'll give
Somebody-
credit where credit is due. It was Lemmy on his Revzilla review of the bike. He said the one thing that he would have liked is a door that closes.
Oh yeah, this is what you're talking about. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. It's you got this big hole in your dash, and you could put stuff in it, but you're riding down the road. You don't want shit flying out of your bike.
No.
So, like the little door where you can put your phone in, it closes.
They should have had one for that.
They could have added
I
a
agree.
door.
I agree. That would have brought it up to the price of a Street Glide, though. It's Harley plastic. dude.
That would
It's
have
Harley
been
plastic, dude.
that would have been a $9,000 door.
Right. It would have been HD stamped with a chrome logo on it. Now, interesting enough, if you guys are curious, that little gap there is exactly where we put our police radio.
Yes.
So it's perfect for us. We cut out the back of it, our techs do, and then they wire hard mount and wire our radio in there. So that's where our mobile radio is.
When you look at the pictures, they show speaker covers. So I imagine there's just nothing back there.
Right. It's
I
just
guess
blank.
it's a blank
We
space.
put our PA system behind it. So we have a wireless Bluetooth headset that we talk to dispatch on, but we also have a switch. So if that's not working, we can flip a switch, a toggle
External
switch.
radio.
And they just put our external radio speaker behind it. You can hide whatever you add. They're just for looks. I've been in those fairings many times.
That's
taking our police bike support.
That's cool for you, but I was just talking about like your average rider out there.
No, I was just telling you that's how I know that
There's
it's blank
speakers.
behind there because
Okay.
I've been
All right,
in it.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
What I was getting to was, you could probably add a radio and speaker to it pretty easy aftermarket.
Yeah. And that's one of the things we want to talk about.
You don't need HD. You just need a radio and 2 speakers.
The Sony AVC, which we've already done a podcast on, which has Apple CarPlay and all kinds of stuff. That's an option aside. People that have gotten rid of their boom boxes and put that in, you'll want to listen to that episode because there's some pros and cons to that.
You can put
whatever you want.
You can put damn near any radio and 2 speakers in there you want.
You could put a block punk and some Rockford, a block punked radio.
Block punk.
Remember that, dude?
Fosgate.
The block punk, and how about some MTX? Do they still make MTX speakers?
I hope not.
This is high school days.
Oh, now you're living large.
Yeah. Listen to my Alpine play. So that was an NWA song, dude. Yeah.
Easy E.
Listen to my Alpine play. All right. I'll have to find that song. But yes, I know we were just busting each other's balls. But yes, that's the only reason I know they're blank. And yes, it's totally set up. You could put an aftermarket
That's where I was
stereo.
going with that is you could put
and J&M
in there.
Yep. Rocker XX Extreme.
How did that Lemmy say it in his article? It's a blank canvas.
Maybe. I'm just saying that you can add a stereo speakers to this pretty easy later on. You can go with anything.
If you want that.
All you need is a power, a ground, and a remote switch, which is all in there. So if you know anything about electronics, you could put a radio and a couple speakers in there easy.
All jokes aside, I would put a biker gripper cell phone mount on it. I'm just saying. And
speakers in your helmet?
Yeah, and I would was I not talking in it?
No.
Oh,
I was pointing at
gotcha. Sorry, I was
hands.
like, man, for once, am I not talking to the mic?
No, you're fine.
I'm like, I eat this mic. So I was saying, yeah. You
yes, it does, like a bag of dicks.
Like a bag of, here we go.
Dick.
One for Lurch. But I would just skip a radio. I would put the biker gripper cell phone motorcycle mount on it. I would grab, of course, from the Lab store, I would grab a Sena 30K mesh headset, and I would just pair my headset directly with my phone, and I would just run that way. And you'd be good to go if you didn't want that external music. If you were going to stay cost effective and still wanted music, you know what I mean? Okay. All right. This is good. This has been a good episode. Let's do this real quick, and then we're going to do our final thoughts on this stuff. We love our patrons. We would love to get to know you better. We want to get to know you better. We want you in that private Facebook group. We want to get you t-shirts. We want to get you some benefits, and we want to get you access to these podcasts early. But if the only way you can support us is a flat donation, we never balk.
And we want to thank Steven.
He looked at me like
I was waiting for you, and you're staring at him.
We looked at each other, and I look at him, I give him a little nod. He gives me the nod. So I thought he was going to give you the bagok.
No, I went with reading. I was going to read it. Stephen Smith, Lease, Summit, Missouri. He's a substantial donor. Wow.
All right, sorry.
John Post of Flower Mound, Texas. Scott Gorman of Prescott, Arizona. Repeat donator and supporter. Thank you.
Carnan Bergen. John Gilbert and Christoph France.
You said that way quicker than I thought you'd say.
Of Josovo, Portland.
Shout out Poland, man. That's so badass, isn't it?
That's cool.
Christoph from Josovo, I think. Josovo, Poland.
Nicely done, dude.
Wow.
Lawabidingbiker.com/donate is how they did that. And we do appreciate it. Puts a little fuel in the Law-Abiding Biker gas tank so we can keep this thing
running on down the road.
There you go. And so we always never balk at that flash.
By the way, that was NWA. It was Boys in the Hood lyrics.
Boys in the Hood. See, I knew it was. Yeah. Listen to my
Alpine play, pumping new shit by NWA.
Yeah.
It was gangsta at the top of the list. Then I played my own shit, and I went something like this.
What's the name of the song, dude?
It just says Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
That's the name of the song. That's it.
Yeah.
See,
NWA
you knew what I was talking about too, huh?
Yeah, he said Easy.
Yeah, dude. He did say Easy.
There you go. That's featuring it. Yeah, hit that second one.
This one?
Man,
one below.
Easy did a while back,
motherfucker said none no work.
See?
Yeah, there you go.
I did. I hit
that one or the one below?
No,
one below.
The same one.
For God's sake, I thought it was the same one, dude.
Oh no,
Try
go back all the way up.
Oh my God.
No, one more.
That one.
No, this is the remix.
Right
Good
there.
God, I had it,
That's
Lurch.
it.
Oh, there it was.
And pointed my weapon. Just as I thought, the fools kept stepping. Jumped in the foe, hit the juice on my ride. I got front and back. Then I let the Alpine play.
See?
Bumping new shit, but the Alpine back and side to side. Then I let the Alpine play. Bumping new shit by NWA. It was
Nice, dude. Hopefully those weren't long enough to get a YouTube thing. If you play less than 10 seconds, you're usually pretty good. Again, we'd probably be fine. It's not monetized, but we're careful of YouTube strikes there, guys, with copyrighted music. But
Pretty sure it'll be okay.
pretty sure it'll be
And
fine.
if you like that, you can get that on iTunes.
That's right, iTunes. That's right. Go to iTunes, support NWA. Easy E, he's dead. They'll put some flowers on his grave or something with the proceeds. Just saying. All right, where the hell were we? I love getting off track like that. I'm just glad somebody else knew the song when I knew the lyrics and you actually looked it up. Nicely done.
Got it on my phone.
Nicely done. Oh, it's great old music. Ridiculous music, but that's kind of was in your face when we grew up in the 80s, right?
Right.
Everybody.
Oh.
What up? What are you playing with yourself?
No.
Right, I thought
We
you
were
had
talking
way too
about,
excited.
Hand on
I
the
don't know about
table.
1971, but let me say this. Because I did some research before did you turn on the...
Who took the bottle opener, cap opener?
I didn't.
Not I.
I got an opener on my flip flops over there. If you need
He's got
one.
reef flip-flops. I think you
Lurch.
thought you brought... No. I think you thought you brought it in and you did not.
No, I
did you
didn't.
turn on the oral exciter on my voice?
No, I did not.
Oh,
I did
it sounds
not.
different to me all of a sudden.
It's not an oral exciter in the studio.
I think you did. It sounds different in my headphones.
I did not.
Something's different.
I have to go into a menu to even do
All
that.
right, here we go. Spoiler alert.
Thank you,
So
sir.
I'm looking at another article that I don't know if we had in our research.
Thank you.
Spoiler alert. This isn't the first Electra Glide Standard. The model was touted as a no-nonsense tour when it appeared as a new model back in 2007.
2006.
Says right here 2007. I mean, you can say 6 if you want to, but I'm telling you right here 2007.
Revzilla says 6.
Well, they don't know what the fuck they're talking
Revzilla,
about.
whatever.
6, 7, whatever.
Have people
Of
write
course.
articles for him. Yeah.
Lemmy said 6.
Of course, back then it
don't
was
even know who
rocking
that
the
is.
twin cam 96 engine and air adjustable suspension, which this one actually has the
Showa.
clickable Showa rear adjustable. So
This
back
one
in
does?
Yeah, the new bike does.
Okay. All right.
The EGS.
The EGS does. So it's back in 97 or
But they never stopped making
2006.
I guess they must not. They must call the police one the Electra Glide Police.
Yeah, they just didn't
because
release
they
it to
never
the-
stopped making that.
right
They just stopped releasing the
There's a-
standard to the
to
public.
the public for a little while. It looks like.
So from 2007, somewhere in there,
So it's parts bin.
Huh?
he's getting at something. He's got some opinions, which we're getting to.
Too early.
No, we're just about there. So is it fair to say, 2007 was the last time, and then they stopped it until 2019?
This article
here?
just says it was. This is not the first time that the motor companies released the Electra Glide Standard. They did back in 2007, so it could have been maybe 2007 was the last time they did it. Maybe it was 10 years. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's
I
hard to
haven't
find,
seen it
isn't
in
it?
long. It's hard to find. It's hard to figure out. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yep. I agree.
So I would not be uncomfortable saying that 2006, 2007 was the last time they put it out.
Okay, there you go. If we're wrong, well, too bad. It's already recorded, so you can leave some comments and let us know on the website, lawabidingbiker.com/whatever episode number this is, and give us a link or something. Anyways, it's not important. A point is it hasn't been out for a while, and they're re-releasing it here in 2019. So, with that said, let's get into it. Scooter, since you seem to be over there just chomping at the bit because you said parts bin twice and you just can't stop. Why don't you? No. You've dug in. You've dug a trench over there, and you can't back out now. So you're gonna you've chose that you're gonna die on this hill, and this is your last battle. So you better give us your opinions because I think I differ from you. So before we get started, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
I think it's going to be an all-out rumble in here, bro.
Get ready to rumble.
All right, Scoots.
Well,
You ready for this?
go ahead.
Do it. You know,
I'll shoot the first salvo.
Attaboy.
I just think-
Attaboy.
Back to the last the warranty bullshit.
The warranty episode.
They talk about, oh, this is a blank canvas as they're selling this bike. Oh, you can do whatever you want to it. Well, as long as it's HD. So they're leaving a bunch of shit off. They just got extra shit.
No, but if you don't get a warranty, you can do whatever you want to it.
Well, I guess, but brand new bike, I bet more people are going to get the warranty versus not.
Not after our last episode.
We'll see.
I think we changed a lot of people's minds.
I may not get the extended ever again, but
Right.
why would I want to fuck up the 2-year manufacturer warranty?
Oh, yeah, right.
That comes with it when you first buy it.
Yeah.
The stock bikes suck.
That's right. That's what LAB was created.
Yeah. No, and
Tell
nothing
me-
against making it your own. I just think it's Harley's trying to find another way to make more money.
Really?
I think they got extra shit laying around those bags. Why aren't they all the way down like the rest of the bikes? Why are they only halfway up?
I don't know.
They got extra shit laying around.
It's deep shit. Tell you
They
that
got
right
extra
now.
shit laying around.
That's why you say parts bin? Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I don't know about that because they must have a lot of parts laying around if they're going to release a whole line, a whole model.
Maybe.
What do you think, Scooter?
Yeah, I mean, you may be right. It just seems kind of.
No, he's not right.
Okay.
That's why I'm digging, so he digs in deeper.
Okay.
Here,
Well, I
so
don't
I
give
can
a
burn
shit.
him in a minute.
You
No, I'm
can
just
burn
teasing.
all the way.
I just mess with you. I just have a different opinion. So
That's
no,
my opinion.
I have to
And you're
agree with you a
entitled
little
to it,
bit. I have to agree with you on some levels. This is where it's going to get into the.
You want
Jeez Louise.
You call it a blank canvas, but yet I
Yeah.
can only use these parts.
What do you think, Harley? What do you think their purpose is for releasing this bike? Their ultimate purpose.
I can only speculate on that.
Well, that's what we're
Please
here for.
do, sir.
That's what we do. It's our podcast. We can speculate all fucking day long, dude. That's what we do. And our audience will be speculating while they're listening to us.
Overall sales are down. They got to fucking try to do something.
How's this going to make them more money, though?
I don't know.
Well, you can't. Dude, you gotta dig in deeper than that. They got to do something like how's that going to progress their company? I have my opinions. I'm asking.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get to the older or not the older, but the more traditional.
Okay,
Maybe.
all right, it's good. Maybe I'll open up
Start.
some new horizons for you here in a minute.
No, it's not going to work.
what they're clearing on each bike is probably the same. I'm guessing,
Right?
right? So if they're selling a $15,000 bike
Don't
or
say something bad. I'm on the buzzer, but
$25,000 bike, the amount of money that the dealership's making is probably about the same. So sometimes you get to
It
do
all
you sell
comes
more?
down.
Do you sell more or less bikes at a higher price or more at a lower price? I mean, you look at I don't know. This is kind of regional, but you think about Dave Smith Motors in Kellogg, Idaho, down the road from us. They sell a shit ton of cars.
Largest Dodge dealership or something.
Yeah.
like
Talking your mic. Dang it!
Sorry,
You got a soft voice
But
tonight.
for them, it's not about.
that was last night.
For them, it's about selling the number, right? So I wonder if it's the bikes are getting pretty damn expensive. When you look at Street Glide Special let me see Scooter's math
We haven't
here.
done the figures yet. Let's do that in a minute. Finish your opinion, and then I want to talk about prices because that'll help me with some of my opinions.
I think it fills a gap. They're putting a bike in there that fills the gap. They've got to the point where the touring bikes are so freaking expensive that a lot of people can't afford them. But people want to have a touring bike, right? So you've got to have a touring bike that's competitive with the other bikes out there, the Metrics or the Indians, and you have to be competitive. And when you're selling a $30,000 bike, you need a $20,000 option. Otherwise, people may not necessarily be buying it, right? So it's filling a hole in there. I think they realized they had a hole.
Yep.
They had Dynas, they had Sportsters, and they had Softails, that are around that 18 to 20, and then they go way up to 28, 30, right?
Right.
For a touring bike. I mean, who the hell can afford a 30,000? Not everybody can afford a $30,000
Right.
touring bike, right? So
Correct.
by getting it down to the 20,
I can't afford one when I have one.
Yeah, I mean,
But I bought one,
But they were 24 when we bought them. Now they're up to like 28.
No, mine was with with warranty on the last
I'm
one.
talking
I was
sticker
up around
price.
28 with tax and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, sticker price. Yeah.
Well, shit,
I was
these-
up at 28, almost 29 when I
That's
was
the
in
new
2014.
That's the new sticker.
I was at
price.
right. I know.
So now you got to add all
getting
that,
crazy.
right? It's getting crazy. I think they're filling a hole.
And you know, that makes sense to me. They're trying to make more money.
Yeah,
I can't hear a word you just said.
because he was looking at me and talking.
Correct. I'm just saying, dude. I thought he was a pro at this, dude.
No,
It's
never
only
said
his
I
third
was.
one.
He's
It's only
getting-
his third one.
He's getting better.
He is.
Fourth one.
He
It
is.
is. No, third. No, yeah, fuck. This is the fourth.
Fourth. You're right. It is the fourth.
It is the fourth.
Whiskey up. Yeah, good. So,
No, it makes
anything
sense.
else?
Lurch, good point.
Point well taken. You're opening his horizons. You're opening his eyes.
I still don't like it.
Well, no,
I think it's ugly.
really. Just ugly.
Yeah.
What if you did some things to it?
Everybody's got an ugly sister. I get it.
Well, right. But what if you like ugly? But what if you did some shit to it and put some pipes on it?
Take the bags off, put the other bags on it.
Well, okay. I see where you're going. You want it to look like a street glide. I'm okay with that. That's a good opinion. There's nothing
Well,
wrong
you
with
got a
that.
street glide sitting out there, doesn't have extended bags on it. I got a road glide sitting out there, doesn't have
Correct.
extended bags on it.
It's true.
Those are just the last couple of years.
Yeah. Well, I like that.
Okay.
Right?
Do you
That's fair.
like? But if you're right now, if you're walking in there and you're looking at a $28,000 bike and a $18,000 bike, and money's an issue to you, is extended bags and black.
What I want
pipes?
is important.
If you're
Not everybody can afford that.
Well, no.
But what if you want
if I couldn't afford it, I'd just wait longer. It's like the J&N system I'm waiting on. I
But
just
not
wait
every-
longer.
saving up.
Just got to keep saving.
Not everybody can do that, or have the discipline to do that. You got
my-
to fill the hole in the market.
Not my fucking problem.
No,
Oh, jeez.
but it
Just
is
worry
H-
about myself.
but you're one person, right? You're talking about HD's problem.
Well, no, and I get you had a valid and point.
Say that again.
Got it.
Backtracking now.
You were right.
Backtracking.
You were. I agreed.
He had to be right because you got
Yeah.
him earlier on the tires.
Did you see
Yeah.
how fast I admitted that I was wrong on
Correct.
the first number being the
I
whip?
just said you were right.
It was pretty quick. It was pretty quick.
No, it's filling a void. That makes sense to me. Yeah.
Right. So give me the figures on all here's the thing. All I want to do, I'm going down right now because I like the Street Glide or the old Electra Glide EGS. I like it.
Why?
Well, hang on. So I'm just saying theoretically.
He's going to give you a story.
Right. I'm going to give you a story and
then you tell him the
you'll see.
price.
I'm a
I
storyteller.
asked what time it was, not how to build a watch.
All right. And so I'm going down to get an EGS.
Yeah.
The only thing, because I care about my life, is I want ABS on it. What's my price?
With freight and the Cali tax,
Yes.
you're looking at.
No Cali tax.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
Take
You put
off
the
two.
Cali. We told you not to put the Cali tax in there, dude.
20,
We don't live in California.
20,229.
So 20,200, we'll call it. Okay.
20.
Close enough, just so I can wrap this up. 20,200. All right. Now, the old lady, she had a little present for me, threw me a little extra cash, and I'm like, fuck. Scooter said, you got to have the extended bags. Your nipples go full mast when you ride. I mean, full mast when you ride with the extended bags. How much? I want to go with the Street Glide at least with the same. So I don't know. I'm trying to decide.
29.
For the
Street
special.
Glide, not the special, just the Street Glide. I got a little extra cash here. The old lady's been good to me. She gave me the green light.
22,419.
So a little over $2,000 more.
Yeah.
A little over $2,000 for the Street Glide, which only has the boombox touch screen.
4.3.
4.3, sorry.
Yep.
Non-touch screen.
Yep.
So I've been out working some overtime gigs. I even got a little more cash to put on top of
Click
the
it
old
or
ladies. Yeah, there you go. I want to know, can I go special? Can I go full mast? Can I go full?
29,000.
Wow.
600.
So another 7,000. So we're bumping from
It's a big
2,000 more to a $7,000 jump. All right.
You're looking at about $9,000 to go from the EGS to the Street Glide Special.
Yep.
$9,000. That could be a big difference. That could be a.
It's a tough decision.
Well,
do I
you don't have
save
that-
my money and give
when
the old
it's
lady?
stretched over a 5-year payment plan, it's only
Exactly.
Right,
That's
that's what
what
they'll
they tell
tell
you,
you.
right?
It's only.
But that's a big difference. And that
It is
could be
a
a
big
deal breaker
difference.
for somebody.
Yeah.
Here's my thoughts. I like it. I like the EGS a lot. Am I necessarily saying that it's for me? It will completely depend on your financial situation. And it's not just a financial situation either. The EGS is a great bike. It rides, I tell you, because I ride one every day. It is a great handling bike. It handles as well, if not better, than your Street Glide or your Street Glide Special. Okay. So from a handling standpoint with the ABS, money, man, it's a little bit higher. So it actually drags less. I drag my Street Glide Special all the time. Of course, I drag the police bike depending on what I'm doing, but I drag it less just on street daily use.
Makes sense.
It takes a little bit more. So you've got that little bit higher clearance. As far as lookability, I agree. If you're solely on looks and you have the money, the Street Glide looks sexier. The regular base model and the special model just looks sexier. We talked about the tires and that makes a big difference. And the wheels especially bring a lot out, regardless of the stretched bags. Just a sexier looking bike. If you're really into the infotainment system and
personality,
it does. It really does. If you're into the GTS system and the boombox and all that nav, that kind of stuff, of course, you got the money. You got to go with the Street Glide Special at least because you get the touch screen. I just think that I agree with Lurch big time on this, and you kind of came around too. Parts bin or not, and I get it. It's not for everybody, but the way I watch Harley closely, and recently Harley's been making some really big power plays. They're trying to get in. They realize, which upsets me that they're doing some things they're doing that piss us off because they're contradicting what they're trying to do. And that is they're trying to grab and keep the market. And they're trying for this younger demographic. They're trying to allure more riders. And when you have a price point of a bike of $29,000, that doesn't bring in a certain demographic. When you can say, hey, we offer you a bike at with ABS at 20, and you can tour cross country along with the same thing we do just as well on that bike. You can tour cross country. You can get all that. Yeah.
For pretty much 10 grand less.
For 10 grand less than a special, you get everything minus this ambiguous look that maybe you're looking for and a boombox infotainment system, which you can add on after, and I already gave solutions to that. For years we rode Harleys, and that we get comments like that. We rode them without boombox systems and all that kind of stuff. So, with the technology these days, with a smartphone and a Sena headset, you kind of are set. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily need the boombox system. I agree. Again, the back fender, I'm not a big fan of that. It's something I'd have to get over. But just starting with a whatever you said earlier, a blank canvas, it really is. Because as you could buy that bike, is what I'm getting at, is a guy could get into a full touring model, and over the next 5 years, you can customize that thing. You could get different wheels for it. You just may not want to finance all that up front. You may have cash and go, hey, I want that bike. You're into Harley. You're into a great Harley, solid Harley, good motor, 107 Milwaukee 8. You're on down the road. You're touring. Then you can add the 2-up seat. You can add, as you get cash, you can add the passenger floorboards if you got, somebody else that wants to ride with you. If you really want that stereo, you can add that stereo. If you really like those wheels, you could add those wheels. And that's going to add up over time, but that makes a lot of sense for people who don't want to finance a bunch of shit.
Could want to put a 29-inch front wheel on.
Right. Yeah, you could put a clown wheel on it, dude. Straight up. Make a clown bike out of it, dude. But I think that's going to be a lot of people. Yeah, he needs one. Which one does he need? The drum roll? All right. Yeah. You could do all those things. You could actually make that bike, if you were really into the looks eventually, make that bike look badass. But I'm telling you, coming from, past where, maybe I couldn't afford a Street Glide or a special for sure. That would be a good option. I honestly think it's going to draw the market that Harley's looking for, for the people that never thought they could get into a touring model, a full touring, not full touring, but I should say a Batwing fairing type touring with it, not a Road King or something like that, and get them into that market and get them on a ride. And I see what they're doing there. And I think it's a smart move by them. I think it's a really smart move by them to do that. With that said, what were we saying the difference was between the Electra Glide and the Street Glide?
$9 grand.
$2,000.
No,
Not
just
the
over
special.
$2,000.
So
Roughly over
that
$2,000.
would be the thing. If you can afford the extra $2,000, at least you would move up. If you were really concerned about looks, at least you would move up to the little bit better wheels, right?
Over 72 months, that is only going to be.
You've been selling warranties?
Yes, he's been in the dealership too much.
Yeah, that might be a tougher decision between the Street Glide.
That's where I think it's
Standard and
really
the
at.
Electra Glide Standard.
If you have the money, you're going straight for the special.
Yeah.
If money
Yeah.
is, you're like, I'm good financially, you're going for the special. Well, shit, yeah. I mean, really, it's going to come down to me after we've talked about all this, right? If somebody's in that market, you're stuck between the Electra Glide Standard and the Road or the Street Glide Standard.
Agreed. And the biggest difference is the boombox. So you've got to decide, do you want that or do you not want that?
Yeah.
And the 4.3 boombox, dude,
still
I
works.
wouldn't buy that for that. I would get an aftermarket system. That unit is not that great. I would get it for the looks. If I was going to spend the extra $2,000, yeah, okay, great, you get the boombox, but it's not that much different than the previous stereos. It doesn't have GPS and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But for a lot of people, it comes down to the monthly nut. What's it costing me? And that
What am I
$2,000,
gonna be able to pay?
that
I get
$2,000
it.
extra may be enough where they're not going to do it.
Right.
It's an affordable solution to get into the touring market. It's a no frills option, no doubt about it. When it comes down to looks, I agree that the Street Glide or the Street Glide Special in particular look a lot better.
Yeah.
If you can afford it, that's like you said, that's the way you're going to go.
And in that RevZilla article, that dude limit, it's like I bought a pickup to haul shit. Mm-hmm. I don't need heat. I don't need air conditioning. I bought it to haul stuff.
Right.
Makes sense. I get it. And they're getting in that market.
And my gut tells me, just to make sure I was clear, I don't think that the $2,000 would, what was that?
I don't know.
Oh, pen. Oh, I don't think
He's ringing the bell.
He's ringing the bell. I don't think the $2,000, the boombox, remember on the standard, it's just the boombox 4.3. It's not GPS. It's not touchscreen. It's just a radio. It's a bona fide radio. So I would not let that. I think the decision that's going to be made if a guy goes in with somewhere between $18,000 and $22,000 to spend, his sole thing is going to be, I either am going to get the EGS and I'm okay with the looks, and if I want to add a stereo later, or I'll get around it with a headset in my iPhone. If you're going to move to the standard Street Glide, it's because you want the looks. Screw the stereo system. I just think it's really going to be like, that's ugly. Like you don't like it.
Yeah.
Like you're going to be, at least I get the Street Glide Standard and it has the looks of not the Electra Glide Standard.
Right.
That's my opinion. I think that's where the only hang up is going to be when guys go to compare between those two. So, all right. I always got lots of thoughts.
I still wouldn't.
Did I muddy it down?
I think you
Did
cleaned it up.
Did I clean it up and reel it in? That's just my opinion. But I like what they're doing. Again, I really think it's actually a power play.
It'll be interesting to see how it works out.
I really am curious how many of those things we're going to see
sell this year.
You know, I'm serious. I like it. I would love to have one and just start messing. There's so much stuff we could do with that lurch, here in the studio and films and just really build that thing, man. Cause you're starting, like you say, with a blank canvas, so to speak. So what you looking at, bro?
Just looking at your average, like a 5-year loan, with a
nice research, bro.
yeah, thanks. Under current 4.5%.
Damn.
Okay.
You're looking about a $45 a month difference between the Electra Glide
EGS.
the EGS, thank you, the EGS and the Street Glide Standard. So it's about $50 a month. That can be a deal breaker for some people.
That's the
but
5-year
It is.
extended warranty.
Yeah, just don't get the warranty, and then you can get the,
Exactly. Yeah.
Then you get the Street Glide Standard.
If you haven't heard, listen to our last episode, which was all about warranties, and probably maybe you don't want to get one now with them voiding them. But yeah, it's a good point. And $45 a month it depends on
It
people's
could be
budget.
a big diff.
It comes down to A lot of it comes down to money. So
Bottom dollar.
man. All right. Can you believe we've went this long on this?
What time is it?
I thought the warranty episode would go twice as long as this, dude.
An hour and a half drive.
I know, bro.
Really appreciate you coming up.
I do.
You're
Any
just saying that.
final thoughts? I say go for it. If you're a Harley owner, you want to tour, just this is your entry level, and you'll tour all day long on this thing.
No, you won't have a problem doing that.
All day long.
Yep. I
right
agree.
with anybody, right with the best of them.
Yep.
So yeah. Lurch, any final thoughts?
I'm doing a little math over here.
Oh, you want? Okay, I'll hold.
He's got his socks off and
I like
counting on his
Lurch.
toes.
He always brings his laptop. See, he helps me do the research, and you help me do the addition longhand on the paper, dude.
Ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yes, and you'll even see this while Lurch is. Yeah, you ready?
$176 a month, probably difference between the EGS and the Street Glide Special.
And that's substantial.
That's huge.
Well,
That's huge. That's huge.
save more money.
So think about it, guys. Hopefully that breaks it down for you if you're listening and you're a new listener or another listener that's thinking about upgrading from, maybe a Dyna or a Softail, and you're like, I really want to get into the touring lineup. This
It's an option.
would be a very viable option, and hopefully you're educated on it now, on exactly what you're getting into, and hopefully some insight into why Harley may be doing this. All right, guys,
Just get the ABS upgrade.
just
Don't leave that out.
do not leave that out, dude.
Save my ass once or twice.
I think it should be mandated that all motorcycles have to be manufactured with ABS.
Pretty impressive when you can lock up the brakes and lean through a corner and make it turn.
Right, save your life,
Oh, yeah.
dude. I high-sided if I'd had ABS.
I was there just when the dust
If you
settled.
wouldn't have had ABS.
If I would have had,
He would have made it through, yeah.
I'd have made it through.
Got lucky because of the way the road was designed and the soft dirt embankment. But
I got launched Superman
Yeah.
style into
Yeah.
the forest, but I landed in
some
a soft
dirt.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times, bro. Good times.
I had a
Scoots.
similar incident. My bike had ABS, and I locked it up, and I was able to turn through it. If I didn't, I would have ate shit that day, no doubt about it.
Yep. They're truly. I just don't even mess around with that. They're saving lives. Saving lives. I'm telling you, I've just doing emergency braking with and without. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, thanks, guys. We really appreciate you sticking it out with us. That was an hour and 45, guys.
Wow.
I thought our warranty episode would have went way longer. I thought this was going to be a short
Well,
episode.
sometimes those technical ones can be a little difficult,
right.
right? It's a little harder to work through.
Yeah.
When you get into these are more about opinions.
Did I talk more?
Yeah, you did, for sure.
You did.
Because you have it's more
Yeah.
about opinions, more of a conversation. Sometimes those
Plus, you had
technical
two more
ones are
beers
tough.
and a whiskey in you.
Two
That'll
more
help.
whiskeys.
That's teasing, dude.
That will help.
Two more whiskeys and a beer. All right. Yeah.
I'm not driving.
You
I'm
did
staying
well.
here.
You did well. He is. We always have a place in the studio, and that's why we do that, dude. Because sometimes we get going long. So
I want to give a shout out to the guy that
I'll
made
take you
the
to breakfast.
intro and
I'll
the-
take you
and
to breakfast in the morning.
Yeah.
I will. Took you to dinner tonight, dude. Straight up. I like it. I like it a lot.
The intro and the exit, that dude did good with these tunes. I just got to say.
Pablo
Oh, yeah, Pablo-
Calcerata.
Pablo Serrata.
Pablo Calcerati, yeah.
I
No,
like it.
you were asking us, like,
Yeah,
where'd you get
I
that?
liked it.
He wants a song as a ringtone.
The opening, yes. The opening would be a badass ringtone.
And I was like, yeah, we can get you that. But you can't get it on iTunes. He gave it to us free. Made it for a special. That's how involved our community is.
Yeah, we can make it we can make it for him. He's got an iPhone.
Oh yeah.
You can put that into your iTunes and make it.
Oh yeah. You can put it right
make
into.
it, yeah.
You can put it into Adobe Audition. That's how I make them. Shorten the song up.
Oh, I found a way to do it in iTunes.
Yeah, you can do it
Yeah.
in iTunes too. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Whew. Don't forget, guys. We got our new cruise tools. Of course, we got our regular RTH3 full travel toolkit, but we
Rebuild
just
your motor if you want to.
pretty much on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And on top of it, you can get all over the Law Abiding Biker store. So I'm not going to hold it up, but it's our regular fold-out toolkit for travel. We just brought these bad boys on. Scooter knows because he helped stock the whole
Loaded them up.
in the store.
It's a tool to get.
It's the Outbacker from Cruise Tools. It's in our store, and it's a multi-tool. As you can see, it's got your Torx, Screwdriver, just got your hex heads. It's even got some sockets and a socket drive, a 10 millimeter, a spoke, sprocket.
Damn sprocket.
Yeah, there you go. A spoke wrench and all that kind of stuff. But
Great
really
tool.
excited. And we're also have these for, I want to hold it over here more so you guys can see it. We also have this for metric. So all you Honda Goldwingers, we're bringing it into the store, should be in stock by next week. Anyways, we are out of here.